Hey fellow dreamers, this is Ned over My Philippine Dreams, N to the E to the D over at MPD, coming at you from Dumaguete City, the city of gentle people, Negros Oriental. I came across some old footage on some improvements we had done to the house. One of them was natural, two of them we actually had done by competent workmen to help cool the house off. Because one of the things that you have to deal with when you're living in the Philippines is the heat and humidity, which can, at times, most of the time, if you're down in the lowlands along the coast, can be somewhat oppressive. So this video that's coming up is going to show you some of the things that we did. One of them has to do with roof insulation, insulating the ceiling of the house, and the other has to do with building a NEPA roof cover over our carport, which helped cut down on the sun exposure. And that's basically what you're trying to do. You're trying to cut down on sun exposure, whether you're living in an apartment, whether you're living in a house. You want natural growth around the place, you want ridge venting, you want soffit venting. You don't want direct sun exposure on concrete, because once it heats up, it takes a long time, days, if not sometimes a week. In the cooler seasons, it takes about a week for the house to fully cool off. So these are the things that we did. Enjoy the video, and I hope it helps. Before we cut into the old footage that I did, and the old footage isn't that old, it's like from maybe 6 months, a year ago. Look at the vegetation on the front of the house. And what I'm going to do up now is put up a picture of what the yard and the house looked like when we first moved in. So this is what it looks like now, and as you can see from the photo and comparing it to how it is, that's a pretty stark difference. These two bushes, they're gotta be like, I don't know, 18 feet tall now, so we get full shade on the front of the house. This tree here, I was asking Michelle where it came from. It just showed up one day, but this gives us really good shade in the afternoon over most of the yard. And as you can see, most of the grass in the yard and our front lawn is in the shade at this point. We also got this thing growing over here. We're pretty sure it's just a weed, but we just let it grow because it gave us some shade. So let's take a look now at some of the improvements that we made since then. And this is what's left of our front yard after El Nino this year. Usually it's lush and green. Now it's basically just yellow grass that turns into dust when you step on it. To get some idea of the temperatures when the sun's directly on something, there's the cardboard. Cardboard is 149 degrees Fahrenheit. The grass itself, let's get over here, is a little cooler. No, actually the same, 148 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's go check out the concrete wall. So we're getting some sun. So the concrete wall is actually cooler. It's only 127 degrees Fahrenheit, but you got to realize that it absorbs that heat and slowly releases it over time. So that's pretty hot. And the dog poop is also cooler than the grass. It's only 138 degrees Fahrenheit. And the dog is a cool 99 degrees, 98 degrees, not bad. All right, good girl. And under the NEPA roof here, I was surprised at how warm it gets. The ceiling on the NEPA roof is 93 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty warm. Okay, so we're back in the house and it's almost 2 o'clock. It's the height of the heat and it's 91 degrees on our insulated ceiling. So the insulated ceiling underneath the metal roof is actually cooler than NEPA.